Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. With a backup. This is Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off play action. Anderson. Completion left side to Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, that's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chester Rogers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Room here to run. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
97's the mic, 97.
Prescott now on second down. That one complete. Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Let's go. Get out. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Here you go. Wait,
now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Wide 26.
Here's Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit. Gun. Over.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys are in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Nyheim Hines taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Done.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Then we're going to 53. 47. 26.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown. Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
47. Then we're going to 53. 26. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Anderson now to throw on second down. And he takes this one down to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On third down, Anderson steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Now it's Hines. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to throw on second down. Anderson looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
Anderson operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On play action, Prescott. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Anderson, off play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Anderson off the play fake. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Broncos with their 1st trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Watching that, Barney, Barney. Watching that, Barney, Barney.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the 1st play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Here we go. 47, 47.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off play action. Anderson trying to lay one up deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Bailey able to knock it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the others.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Adam Gotsis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Gun. Here we go, 47. 26. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup and mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They convert on third with a gain of 22. The give is to Elliott, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, 48. 47. Gun.
Second down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And Martin's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Prescott off play action. And it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
41's the will. 26.
Play action now. Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Well, they got the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Charles Tapper able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, 47. 26.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here you go. Here we go, here we go. 188. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. On the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. 319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Anderson now on 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
Prescott now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Then we're going to 53. Switch, hey.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey. Here you go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Prescott from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Anderson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit!
Anderson from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Anderson throwing on 3rd and long. And an alley to runs. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Anderson. And he's got Rodgers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's Anderson. Off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught inside the 5. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here you go.
They go fullback this time, Rob Smith. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 47. Back. 26.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. He'll take this inside the 40. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Anderson. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Go ahead, here you go. 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Skirts by him at the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
47.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.